There is a kind of confidence that feels loud and arrogant, that often tries to prove itself. Then there is another kind of confidence that's quiet and settled and doesn't need to announce itself at all. This is the kind of confidence the Apostle Paul is speaking about in 2 Corinthians 3 when he writes, "Such confidence we have through Christ toward God." That line alone is worth sitting with for a while. This confidence is not something we can stir up inside ourselves. It doesn't come from personality, experience, or even years of walking with the Lord. It comes through Christ, and it is directed toward God. Paul goes on to make something very clear, because we're so quick to misunderstand this. He says, "Not that we are adequate in ourselves to consider anything as coming from ourselves, but our adequacy is from God." That word adequate or competent can feel uncomfortable. We like to think that we're qualified and capable. We like to feel useful. But Paul gently lays all of that at the feet of Jesus. If there is anything good in us, anything steady, anything faithful, it did not originate with us. Our adequacy is not self-generated. It is God-given. That truth can be incredibly freeing. It means we don't have to strain to be enough. We don't have to perform our way into usefulness. We don't have to compare ourselves to other believers and wonder if we measure up. God never asked us to be the source. He asked us to be the willing vessel. When we sit with Jesus long enough, that reality begins to settle our hearts. Paul continues by saying that God also made us adequate as servants of a new covenant. Notice again who is doing the making. God doesn't call us into service and then step back to see how we'll manage. He makes us adequate for what he calls us to. And this new covenant Paul speaks of is different from the old way of relating to God. He says it is not of the letter, but of the Spirit. Then come these sobering and life-giving words. For the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life. Rules without relationship will always leave us empty. Scripture read apart from the living presence of Christ can become heavy and condemning. I have experienced that myself when I was younger and full of zeal, yet without true tested knowledge. But when the Spirit breathes life into the Word, it draws us closer, softens us, and reshapes us from the inside. This is why we sit with Jesus. Not to prove anything, not to earn anything, but to receive life. Our confidence, our adequacy, and our service all flow from Him. And when we rest there, we find that He truly is more than enough for today and for every day to come. He is able to do far more abundantly beyond all that we ask or think. Place your confidence in Him.